Today's venue is at the beautiful Alamo Dome here in San Antonio.
Well, I am really excited to bring you today's game between Westfield and Desoto. You know, Desoto's ranked a lot lower than Westfield, but I've got confidence in them. I have filmed Desoto 3 times in the last 2 years, and I really like what I see. The running back, Christopher Henley Jr., he can really spin, and he's got bulk and speed and moves, and with that big offensive front, they have pretty much run the ball at will. But what I've seen this year is their quarterback is nailing some good passes, so they're multi-dimensional, and maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm picking them to win 36-28. But we're in for a great game. Share this game and smash that subscribe button. The Westfield Mustangs, unbeaten from Houston, Texas. And the Desoto Eagles coming on the field. And Westfield wins the, and the undefeated Westfield Mustangs kick off to the Desoto Eagles. It's a deep kick fielded by number 3 at the, he's got some space. Now, I've always been impressed with that giant Desoto front line, but look at the size of the front line for the Mustangs. That'll be Christopher Henley. Christopher Henley Jr. had an amazing game in their last appearance, and he is stopped for not much of a game there. Desoto's habit is to run Christopher Henley Jr. straight at him and let that big front line move them out of the way, but there is a slight problem with that strategy tonight. Look at the front line of the Mustangs. See, that's what I'm talking about that balance. That's their typical formula. Run it a couple of times and then pass it, but they're going off formula for this drive. He's back, he's looking, throwing deep. He's got his man, and that's on in for a touchdown. And striking quick of the Desoto Eagles, 7-0. So early in the first quarter, the Desoto Eagles take a 7-0 lead. And that beautiful touchdown completion. Woo, he's nifty, isn't he? That'll be a handoff. Oh, good play fake. Game of 4. Well, it's a pretty good play fake when even the announcer is fake. Look at the size of that front line. That last snap was bobbled and didn't go anywhere. We've got a 3rd and 9. He's back, he's looking left, he's got pressure, fires right, dangerously close to the Eagle. Well, that was not a productive series for the Mustangs. He handles the bobble well and releases a beautiful spiraling kick, and it's dropped. 1st and 10 Eagles at the 30, he's got a 3-receiver set off to the right, but it goes to Henley Jr., and he is stopped even behind the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers right, looking right, nothing there. Scrambling, he'll just keep it and running, he's got space! Up to the 46. Well, it's been a little different recipe than the running of Christopher Henley Jr., but he breaks a few yards for about 7 that time. When I looked, the Eagles were ranked about 89, but with that balanced offense, and Henley Jr., I have them ranked higher than that. From my findings, the Mustangs were ranked ahead of the Eagles. From what I saw last game, I'm a believer. Plowing into some big boys for a couple. After a Mustang timeout, we've got a 4th and short at midfield. Nope, but it will go his direction, and they get him in the backfield for a loss. With a 3-receiver set to the left, quarterback hands off. Good blocking, he's got lots of space. And that would have gone to the house, except number 3. The safety was able to prevent that. Well, we've got some speed at running back. Number 21 is explosive and he is quick. Wide receiver split. Number 2, the lengthy quarterback, positions himself for a passing situation. He's back, surveying the field. Fires for a completion. Mustangs at the 15. Now it's the Mustangs driving with ease. That'll go out to that scat back. Quick number 21. Mustangs driving, 2nd and 6. That time they get him for no gain. 3rd and 6 at the 13. Coach is signaling in a call. Some repositioning at running back. He's back, he's looking. He breaks loose. He fires to his guy for the first down. Number 14 saw that hit coming, but he didn't let it distract him. He grabbed it for a Mustang first down. Good play fake, but the Eagles respond well. Number 2 reminds me a bit of Cam Newton, who's real glad to be back with Carolina. Rolling right. And 3rd and 5 at the 5. What I've noticed that the Mustangs use a direct snap to 21. Off to, and he's... Oh! He jumps up and passes it. That was a good effort. Some Texas high school kicking programs are just as good as some of the best college level programs. When my son Abe played for Lake Travis, we had a kicker named Dicker the Kicker, who went on to kick for the Longhorns. Boy, I saw him making 55-yarders in practice. After a routine field goal, our score is 7-3. Eagles take the field. He's back, looking. He's got his man, number 1, up at the 41. Quarterback Matthew Allen snaps his hands and gives it to Christopher Henry Jr., who smashes his way down to almost near the sticks. 2nd and 1, maybe it's a good time to take a shot. Yep, that's what they're thinking too. All by himself. All by myself. This is what I was talking about earlier, that this year, this Eagles team is a very multi-dimensional squad with good passing, a solid running game, and a versatile, accurate quarterback. Back, looking left, throwing left. He's got it. Not about the 24. Marching with ease down the field. Back, looking, plenty of time. Off his hand, 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line. Plenty of time. It's tipped. 3rd and 10 after a deflected pass. Back, looking. That'll be another. Nope. And it's blocked. That'll be Mustang ball at the 43. Personally, I feel they would have converted that goal line stand if number 2 had just done his normal play of taking the ball
and also number 15, and good for 6 yards. It brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Mustangs.
They bust in for a loss on that play. 3rd down and 7 after that defensive front pierced in for a loss on that play. Good misdirection play. He's got space. Busting it loose. At the end of the first quarter, our score is 7-3. Eagles on top. 2nd and 9. Back, looking left, throwing left. What a play by number 11. After that beautiful interception by number 11, got the Eagles being driven back. They're a little bit perplexed. We got number 8, Jaden, in on this play. Not running back. A high snap. Go away. Go away. Ooh, a dangerous throw. That's extra man came in uninvited and got a third and 17 situation. He's back, he's looking, he's making the play himself, he's getting some space, but he just throws it away. It feels like the Mustangs are figuring them out. Got a successful but short punt. Good Eagles bounce to the 43. Decision by the quarterback. That was a nifty decision by number 2. He was in the sights of the guy very quickly. Smashes forward for about 1. It's a warm, climate-controlled setting if you're at the Alamo Dome. Oh, beautiful open pass to number 4. He gets up into the 30-yard line, but not until a big gain. Mustangs on the march. Number 21, the nifty speedster, is almost loose to the 10. Same play. And they mob him on that play.
Bring up second down and 11.
A 1-yard loss brings up 2nd and 11. Been impressed by number 21, their running back. He is very fast. He looks like a 4-4 guy. I am sensing a possible momentum shift here, as their defense seems to have figured out the Eagles. Come on! And their offense is on the... Mustangs setting up for another field goal. And perfectly through the sticks brings us to a 6-7 score. 7-6, 7:51 remaining in the second. That big Mustang defense stifled them on the last drive. Let's see what happens this time. A deep kick. This kicker has a great leg and good accuracy on field goals. I mentioned before that big Eagle front line, but they don't really look big compared to the Mustangs. Number 5, Henley Jr. up the middle. There's that beautiful spin move. And he gets about 7. And they'll give him a second dose, but not much that time. 3rd and 1. They're deciding to dance with the one who brought him. Number 5. And he gets loose and he's up to the midfield.
First down.
I like to see a coach that'll give a good, dominant running back the ball. Beautiful pass play. We're up to the 45. Henley plowing forward to the 38. That'll be enough to pick up the first down. Number 16 has been quite a weapon. It's got space. No. One of the great games this season was Allen and Trinity with exceptional running back Ollie North. But Allen is really dominating Trinity. And it looks like they'll move on. Yay, clear up to the 3. 2nd and goal. Jaden still in at running back. This time it's a pass play. They're wanting the flag and they get it. And after a pass interference penalty, we've got the first down on about the 2. There goes Henley Jr. walking in for an easy score. Extra point is good, and we've got us a 14-6 ball game. I was just thinking to myself, if I were their coach, I'd get number 21 back there, and indeed he is. but it'll go the opposite direction. Good moves, number 3. Off to the races. Clear up to the 26. And the Mustangs take over. They've been driving the length of the field very well. Stumbles, gets back up, goes clear for 7. Back. Looking. 6 and they got it. And this team has dominated every opponent, but at this point they are not dominating the Eagles. And he slips a few tackles and he's gonna run for a leaping gain of about 14. It'll be 4th and 5. The Mustangs have a heck of a kicker. I don't know if he's doing the honors as a punter, but they are set up to punt. Low snap, good kick. Bouncing, taking a Mustang bounce clear down to the 11. And after a tremendous bounce, they pin him deep at the 11. Number 12 in trouble. He's making the most of it. And after all that running, there was no gain on the play. Number 12 flushed out of the pocket. Closing in on him. Oh! Out of the way by the corner. 3rd and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's got space, he's got time, and he's got a first down. 4th and 1. The Eagles are set up to punt, but it's the quarterback in the punting position, which is always a bit, which always causes me to look askance at the fake. High snap. And not much of a punt. That'll give the Mustangs great field position. The punt was up to about right where they were already. Right there! What's a couple on that stalled drive? Number 34 in on the tackle. Mustangs with an excellent chance here to even the score.
And he fires in for a touchdown.
Oh, it's coming back. Boy, what looked like a beautiful touchdown play is taken back, and he gets up to about 8 remaining for the first half. He's back, he's looking, he's got time. Beautiful play, just like the one that was called back. Is very close to a touchdown. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. The Mustangs did not take a timeout, and time expired, and they leave it on the field. Our score, 6-14.
San Antonio and Lake Travis game is going to be a tight game. Both of them got real good receivers. Both of them got good quarterbacks, and they are fundamentally sound, both teams.
Our score is 14-6, and the Mustangs just almost evened the game up there at the end. But they didn't have a timeout, and there was only 2 seconds remaining, and it ticked off. And so they were left high and dry. What a hit! Whoa, number 3's got some wheels. He's still up.
Led by number 27, Tajik Brown.
haven't seen much of. Big number 15. Some of the standouts for the Eagles on defense are number 31, Brendan Booker. And the Mustangs are probably thinking now, why didn't we have number 15 in earlier? That's my son's number for Lake Travis, number 15. Looks like they could use him a little bit more, in my opinion. As I was saying, some of the standouts for the Eagles on defense, number 31, Brendan Booker. That looked like a horse collar. We'll see if they call it. Look at those monsters up front. Well, the Mustangs come out with a new fire and a new determination. I was kind of surprised that that horse collar tackle was not called.
Hand off to number 1. On the left side, Scott's picked up 5 yards and he's second down and 5.
And number 85, Caleb Mitchell, has many scholarship offers for the Eagles, including Texas A&M. He's a defensive end, I believe, that's been making his presence felt. And what an amazing grab that was by our quarterback, number 2. Oh my gosh! Number 23.
They'll be first down and 10 for the Eagles at their own 14-yard line.
Really just looked down and picked up an early Christmas present there at number 23. They were marching down with such authority, and they've been knocking on the door, but just unable to get in for that touchdown so far. I haven't looked at a list of the best running backs in Texas, but I'm thinking Ollie for Trinity is probably on top. And I'm thinking number 5 here, Chris. He's probably within the top 100. When my son played back in 2014 and 15, he'd get recruited to camps, special observation scouting camps for various agencies for the top 100 or 150 backs. They've got it all down to a science here in Texas. If you're good, you will be noticed. Oh, a nice little pooch shot. Clear up to the 30. Matthew Allen looks like he's played a little basketball from that little jump shot. There he is. That's the one I'm talking about, number 5, Chris.
That handoff is good.
It's a good back. He's about 5'11", 205. Yeah, that's another handoff, and he's got space. That last run was number 8, Jaden. I didn't quite see who took this handoff. They've been alternating quite effectively. We have a 2nd and 10 at midfield. He's back. He's looking. He's being chased. He wings it out with quite amazing precision. I saw that in last game too, where it looked like he was just throwing it away, but he was throwing it to someone. And he's pretty perceptive and able to do that. Got an injury timeout in the secondary. Got quite a plethora of talented wideouts for the Desoto Eagles, with number 1, DeAndre, they call him Jonte Ryden, being one of the best. We've got number 6, Steven Johnson, and as I mentioned, number 16, Jalen Green. And they've got some speed and talent out there, so I'm sure the Mustangs are sad to see a member of their secondary evidently having a calf cramp or perhaps something worse. They tried it. Trainer's trying to rub it out. And a big 3rd and 17 has the Mustang fans making pretty good noise. And they got him in the backfield. Does anybody besides me feel like the Mustangs have been on the short end of the stick in terms of getting the breaks? They've had a lot of things go against them in this game, but so far, not a lot of things shake out in their favor. We've got 4th and 20, and the quarterback himself will punt, and that's his second punt. That is very, very short. Almost equal to just going for it. These non-punts are really giving the Mustangs some great territory. You'd think that with a school the size of Desoto, they would be able to find a better punt. That could be one of the clutch plays of the game. After a tremendous escape, he fires it down and cleared out to about the 21. That's 2nd and 10. There's that speedster on the loose. He's up for about 7. That'll bring up about 3rd and 5. Once again, the Mustangs pushing. And they get him. They've got quite a kicker. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they go ahead and send another field goal through here. Their kicker has been spot on so far, and with the leg he has, this is no problem in terms of range. Oh, and it's through once again. 9-14. As that good kicker prepares for his kick, the Eagles are spread all over the field, ready to return it from really any quadrant. Going back deep. Number 1 right back here, he's considered by some to be their best receiver. He's very fast. And number 7 is also a speedster. That front line, including big number 75, have been doing a tremendous job all season long. He bobbles in, he's under pressure. They're after him, and they will get it. Last game, if I were to pick a most valuable player, they have to be number 5 or number 12. But the real MVPs of that front line, they were giving him against Rockwall, they were giving him all kinds of time. They don't have near the time in this game, partly because of big number 99. Look at big number 99. A reception by Jalen Green will move the sticks, and there's number, not quite catch his number, but another speedster wide open. That was number 2, Mike Murphy. They just have a great selection of receivers. Henley in motion. Firing it in. Beautiful precision on that pass. Matt Allen has just been so accurate in the last 2 games, and he was spot on in that one too. And with the great assortment of targets he has. There's a touchdown, Eagles! One of my YouTube subscribers was saying neither of those teams, Rockwall or Desoto, is going to the big house, but I don't know, man. Desoto's looking pretty good. In my mind, Mustangs really have the weapons necessary to make plays in a hurry. And they could get back into this game, but they just have the brakes not going in their favor at all this game.
To number 21 contact.
And they sent the scat back on a route.
7 yards.
Back, looking left. Beautiful crossing route. Clear up to the 40 mark. I think if they got in the groove, putting up points would not be an issue for them. They've just had the bad breaks, one after the other in this game. And once again, the Eagles defense comes up big. As I say that the brakes just haven't been going the way of the Mustangs. It's partly because of very talented secondary and a lot of turnovers. A few of them, I'm sure they wish they could get back. And at the beginning of the second half, back looking. Got good mobility, good flexibility. Guns it down to number 16. Almost. And the Eagles are flying now, clear down the midfield. Chris Henley. Number 2. Oh, nifty move. First down. Beautiful slip move. Slip out the back, Jack. Don't need to be coy, Rohan. Just get yourself free. Yeah, number 2 got himself free to the house. Now you are seeing why I felt that though the Eagles were the underdog in this game, and though they were ranked much further back in the rankings, I think this team is for real. Talent at so many positions.
Defense number 20. Half distance to go.
Now they have an opportunity to get a little closer and decide if they want to go for 2. No, they're far enough ahead, they'll just tack one on. Oh! That was a good fake. One of my really popular games from last season was Desoto versus Duncanville. You really ought to click on that and watch it. Duncanville is high in the rankings this year. Little pooch kick, prevent the run back. Being a Texas football dad is one of the fun things in life. I can tell you that from being the father of a star for Lake Travis. This offense has tremendous talent, but they just cannot guard that ball well enough so far. Number 2 back, looking. Oh! Better be careful or have another turnover. Look at the size of some of these front line. I guess he's feeling an urgency with only 10:22 remaining in the fourth quarter. Beautiful completion. That's enough to move the chains. Looks like number 2 has the capacity to go into hurry-up offense pretty well. They're up to almost another first down. Just better guard that ball a little bit better. Make smart throws, because we've got some good talent in the corner. Another good smart throw, and he's loose! it's almost unbelievable that with all that talent, they have not been able to punch it in. So far in the whole game, just 9 points. Number 2 to the right, misdirection.
The third down 11.
Cross on the play, brings up 3rd and 11. He's back, he's looking. He could run for it. Oh, beautiful. Completely open, clear down to the 5 or 4.
Pass complete.
Oh, no good. No good.
Westfield pick number 2. Talk about that.
And number 2 that reminds me of Cam Newton, tried to cam it in, but wasn't successful that time. He's rolling to the right. He's looking left. He's being chased. And he spins in for a touchdown, Mustangs. And that was Lamar Jackson on the move. Look at this. Looking for the misdirection. Tucks it. Spins and on in. Beautiful effort, number 2. They're going for 2 here. And they got it.
2 points.
17-27 in the 4th quarter. 7:34 remaining. Well, with all that talent on the right side of the ball, I think the Eagles are lucky to be holding them to 17. So far it is onside, unsuccessful. Well, the Mustangs really rolled the dice there and came up short. Gives the Eagles, really puts them in a position to win the game here. Coverage on a guy as fast as number 2. And that's good too. 34-17. 7:23 remaining. Number 3 back at the 20. He's got space. And a good run back up to the 41. That Mustang offense has proved able to score in a hurry, but get that! Yeah! Almost
Pass falls.
Number 2 has a good hurry-up drill here, and he's been able to march that ball down quickly. But they've dug quite a hole at this point.
Williams' pass is complete to number 17. Mustangs now bring the ball to the Eagles' 32-yard.
Another beautiful completion down to the 24. I think their hurry-up offense is better than their regular offense. Just spread them out wide and let number 2 go to work. Down to about the 1-inch line.
Williams' pass takes it down to the 2-yard line.
Third and goal, looks like a time for the Lamar Jackson show to me. Beautiful shovel pass. Not calling a touchdown.
Pass falls incomplete.
And a huge 4th and goal from about the 1. Oh, they caught him. The Eagles take over on downs. Number 5, Chris, sealing the deal. If you enjoyed that, smash subscribe, and you're going to love this game that's in the queue, Desoto versus Duncanville.